The scene before you is one of peace, of tranquility. The players are Eggman and his significant other, the two dancing into the deep, dark night. It's an ending, of sorts, a sunset on the era of the bizarre individual the internet knew as Eggman. Yet, as the first second of eternity passes on this melancholic waltz, a question is posed. Who is next to join Eggman in this mad dance? Which e-celebrity has risen so far, only to singe their wings on the light of the sun and come crashing down to the earth that was once beneath them? Boogie? The Amazing Atheist? Movie Bob? Those who, at one point, had conquered the mountain of e-celebrity have found that the mountain is in fact made of sand. There were no foundations of the so-called careers they built up by becoming internet personalities, and they always knew it. But as the money rolled in, they never once thought to save it. They never once registered that it was all ephemeral. Because perhaps the fate of all of us in this shit show, spectator and performer alike, is to come out the other side broken and changed. Perhaps one day, each and every one of us will take our turn in the shadow of Eggman, as we waltz into the abyss with a tranny we met on R9K.
Well, you still have one gift left.
Is this big one, right?
Yep.
This is the iPad Pro I asked for, right? This is my iPad? I knew you were going to give me the iPad.
This is Boogie2988, and even though he believes that this was a filmed Francis sketch, it is actually the historic moment where his wife handed him a suitcase fashioned into the shape of a Game Boy and told him that divorce was on the cards.
What is this?
Just open it.
This is not an iPad. This is... Okay, well this is a suitcase. Like, what do I need a suitcase for? Like, what is this about? Are we going somewhere? Are we finally going to Disney? Are we finally going to Disney? Where are we going to Disney World? For vacation, Disney World! Awesome! We're going to Disney!
Francis, we aren't going anywhere.
Do you want me to move out?
Yeah, you know, David and I would just like to have some alone time.
But I mean, you want me to move? But I live here. I live here with you. I've always lived with you. I don't want to move out. I don't want to move out. Okay, I like it here. Okay?
Francis.
I don't understand. I don't understand. We're a family. It's Christmas.
Oh my God, you're definitely crying. You're actually crying.
Yes, I'm crying. You're breaking my fucking heart right now.
This is The Amazing Atheist, and a few bananas and candles later, here is TJ, an artifact of a forgotten age, a refugee from 2007, desperately trying to make himself relevant again.
Reality is just a crutch for people who can't handle drugs. You can't handle walking barefoot on rough terrain, so you have shoes. You can't handle pleasing your girlfriend, so you have Tyrone. I'm just kidding. Okay, I know you don't have a girlfriend. Calm down.
Behold, a man in his mid-30s painting an eye patch onto his face in order to try and recapture the edginess that used to come with the phrase, flying spaghetti monster.
Hey there, I guess it's time for an update, or for those of you for whom this is all brand new, an introduction. What is the Movie Bob Patreon?
This is Movie Bob, and having convinced himself that likening Vietnam to the Sega Nintendo console wars of the 1990s made him a journalist, having abandoned all chances in his 40 years on this planet to gain a skill set that wouldn't have led to this eventuality, here is Movie Bob shilling a Patreon, because that's the only way he can stay within this cocoon of living in his childhood on a Groundhogian loop.
Starting out professionally in the world of cable access television, but eventually making most of my impact in the new, exciting, and in no way dystopian hellscape world of the internet, where my reviews, articles, and videos on film, television, and popular culture have been featured on Geek.com, Screw Attack, The Mary Sue, Birth Movies Death, and more, along with creating popular web series like The Game Over Thinker, In Bob We Trust, Good Enough Movies, and Really That Good.
The harrowing spectacle of the t-shirt he adorns reads, "This is a man in his 30s." That this statement is crafted into the branding of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is even more depressing. There is only one thing that we can count on in this world, and that's that one day, everything ends. Everything. It'll reach a heyday, and then it will die and reduce back to the soil from which it was originated. And no matter what e-celebrity you're watching now and thinking, that's a hot take, remember that there's a cemetery full of old faces from the past. And it's a cemetery that already has graves dug for your Nick Fuentes, your Stefan Molyneux, your Coach Redpill, your Ralph, and even your Godwinson. Nothing lasts forever. All of us, one day, will find ourselves dancing alongside Eggman with a trap in our arms, providing entertainment for a stream of 9 autists who cannot seem to let go of the person that we once were.